everyone, it's Mel here and welcome back once again to my channel Pebbles and Peach. Today we are going to dive in and discuss, spoiler free, whether it is worth reading the Bonded by Thorns series. We have 4 books at the moment. This is an ongoing series by the authors Elizabeth Helen. It is 2 sisters that have wrote this series. They're working on the next one. Is it worth reading? Is it worth investing your time in? We're going to get into all of that within this video. If you're new here, please hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel as well if you would like to see more book reviews. But for now I'm going to dive into this Bonded by Thorns series review. If you have already read the series, please go to the comments, let me know your favourite prince from the series. I am probably torn between Prince Farron and Ezrin. I really like those 2 characters. I don't know what that says about me, but let me know who you like. So just to quickly dive into a little backstory of what these are about. Like A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J Maas, Bonded by Thorns starts off as a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Now as we get further into the series, the same with that series, it kind of digresses and changes and you kind of forget that it was kind of based on Beauty and the Beast in a way. But I would say that Bonded by Thorns series is a little bit closer to the Beauty and the Beast story, except for with one interesting fact: there is not 1 prince, there's 4. These books are not for someone under the age of 18. They are incredibly spicy. Like, I was shocked in some of the bits. I was like, oh, like coming from like A Court of Thorns and Roses, that was nothing compared to this. Even Silver Flames, I would say. Had I have not given the rest of the series a chance after book 1, I was very tempted to kind of leave it at book 1. I wasn't as impressed, but I'm so glad I continued because I was a bit like, don't know, do we continue? And I'm so glad I did. I have loved these. With regards to the spice levels, expect everything. We've got MMF, probably soon MMF. There's a lot and it does come up quite often and I'm like, ooh, like, woo, sweating while reading some of it, but I have no shame. I've really enjoyed this smut in these books. The story basically follows a girl called Rosalina. She's like a bit of a typical character, I would have to say. You know, she's the typical, she loves to read. Like in all of these books, like you always get like the main characters like, she loves to read, she loves to do art. So she loves to read. She works at a bookstore. Her life is pretty normal. She's just a normal human girl, and her father has gone off on these random escapades and goes missing. Obviously you can tell the very close similarity to Beauty and the Beast here. She goes to find him, winds herself up in the fairy realm, comes across not 1 but 4 princes, and these stories as they continue are basically about her relationships with those people and how they go about breaking the curses. But there's a lot that goes on outside of that as well. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a lot of world building and stuff that's quite interesting that goes on at the same time. So we have sort of multiple little plot points going on simultaneously. One of them, you have the Prince of Thorns, who is in this like sort of underdark kind of area, and we have him as another interest. So yeah, we've got like 5 love interests, which makes for a very spicy tale. Like I said, if you read this one, now I would maybe give this like a 3 out of 5 if I go to rate them, and that's what made me go, oh, is it worth reading all the rest? Because these next ones are really hefty. Like Bonded by Malice is a big old chunky book. It hurts your arms when you're reading it. Woven by Gold, again, pretty big book. And then Broken by Daylight. Now I didn't know when I was reading this that it was an unfinished series. I thought that this was the last book. The series is still being written. I think the sisters are actually writing the book now, so hopefully that doesn't take too long to come out because I need to know what happens. But as I was getting to the end of this book, I was like, there's so much going on. There's so many different plot points going on. How are they all going to wrap this up in this like last 100 pages? And silly me, it's because there is more than that. There is more to come. But I have to say, I really enjoyed these. Even though these are big books, like I read all 4 in, I think like between 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. I really enjoyed them. Series as a whole so far, I maybe give like a 4 out of 5. If I were to rank them in order, I would say, let's rank them in order. I'm gonna go Bonded by Thorns last, which is the first book. Then probably Forged by Malice, Woven by Gold, and then my favourite one so far has been Broken by Daylight, but that's just because we've got so much going on now, and I think as you get to like know the characters and learn the characters, it just becomes more and more interesting. If you're into romantic fantasy, if you're a big romantasy girly like I very much am at the moment, then you will enjoy these. Like, I don't see you not enjoying these, and I think it is definitely worth picking them up. To be honest, they're beautiful books, so I liked getting them all in these gorgeous hardbacks, and I will continue to get the rest of the series in these gorgeous hardbacks. It's up there. I think it's up there. It's definitely a heck of a lot smuttier than some before, so watch you don't get taken aback by some of that. Like, literally in the first book, like at one point I was like, whoa, okay, that's what's happening. The world building is pretty good. You have these beautiful, at the start of each book, you have these beautiful maps to kind of give you an idea of where everything is, and this is important at probably some stages later on in the books as we get into, you know, they're going from here to here and here to here. If you kind of refer back to that, it does give you kind of an idea of where they're going. I just think it looks gorgeous. Like, that is such a pretty map in my opinion. I've probably seen better, more thought out fantasy maps, but I mean, it does the job. The world building's great, the characters are interesting, and yeah, I've really enjoyed the series so far. If you have read it, please also let me know your opinion in the comments below, or if you're going to read it, let me know. I will link all of the books in the series in my description box below, so if you haven't picked these up yet but want to give them a go, then you can head down there and pick these up. I thoroughly enjoyed them. If you enjoyed this review and would like to see more, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget as well to subscribe to the channel. If you want more of my thoughts about anything, maybe leave it in the comments, but make sure the comments stay spoiler free. If there's any spoilers, I will remove them. But you can give me your opinions, like let me know what you think of the princes, what you think overall, without sort of giving too much away. I would actually be really interested to know, and other people that have read the series, what they thought, maybe even in comparison to other romantasy series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next upload. Bye!
I'll raise a glass to you, and you'll raise a glass to me.